Welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer YouTube channel, and in today's episode we're going to have a Champions League game against Monaco, yeah, not very easy that, and also a Bundesliga game against Augsburg. Some things to tell you about, so let's get stuck straight into what's been happening. And I had a quick look in the dynamics. We were a little bit off the pace, so I had a little look in there, and my managerial support, in fact, we'll have a quick look at it now. It has improved, but my managerial support wasn't great. In fact, it's actually still average. As far as the players are concerned, you're doing a fine, if unspectacular, job of leading the club. But in here, I did have, I'd made 2 players unhappy. So I went in and had a look into the happiness here. And as you can see, most players are superb, excellent, perfect. But Friedrich and the young midfield player, Rocco Reitz, both unhappy, both wanted to, new challenges, leave the club, blah, 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 blah. Now, I have set the whole system up with them, with them in the registration system. But I thought, well, okay, let's see if then we can put them on the transfer market, get rid of them, and get rid of this, this negative influence. Because the problem is, the next thing you know, you'll have team leaders knocking on your door, and it all gets out of hand. So anyway, both of those players went on the transfer list. I've taken offers for them, and they are leaving. So this has got a little bit better now. I've still currently got one unhappy player at the club. Now, as we all know, Football Manager likes to throw these curveballs in. So last season, both my centre-backs, Pavlovic and Schürrle, had really great seasons. An offer came in for Pavlovic from Manchester City. I think United and Liverpool were after him. And I knocked it back. He knocked on my door. I think I've told you about this. And we did that silly thing where you can say to them, oh, well, how about this figure then? And that figure is like 58 million, and it's a lot more than actually he was happy with before, and then he's happy again. I mean, sometimes the back mechanics to this game really baffle me. But anyway, I then thought, okay, so that solved that problem. Nobody came in offering for him, but he's still unhappy. And he wants to go and play. In fact, if we have a quick look at that. So actually, it's changed now because I have put him on the transfer list. Again, I don't really want any unhappy players because we all know about Football Manager. It's morale manager. If your players' morale drops or you get any problems, team leader meetings, all of that, it can really throw you off course. So I'm trying this season because I want Gladbach this season to do really good things, and I don't want anything to get in the way of that. If I have to sell Pavlovic, I will do. Since I put him on the market, this message has got kind of slightly better. He's just now concerned about his situation at the club. Before I put him on the market, he wants to go and play with better players. So anyway, hopefully I'm rectifying that. I've actually got him on for 45 million at the moment, and we'll see whether we get any offers in for him. So if I have a quick look at the schedule, so the game after the Hoffenheim game that we saw on camera was Paderborn away. Nice 3-0 victory in that one. Unfortunately, that was the last game that Marcus Leonardo scored in, and he's had a massive drought since then. A little friendly in there. Then we played Bayern Munich. For once, we didn't get absolutely battered. We came out of that with a 3-3 draw, which benefited Bayern more than it benefited us because it was our home game. I'm sure when we play them, at their place, they will probably beat us. But anyway, and so the next game was the Champions League game against Napoli. Again, a away game, 1-1. Not particularly happy with the form. I changed 1 or 2 things. That was when I started looking at the dynamics to see what I could, move around in there. And then we played a Schalke away from home, a 4-2 there, nice, a nice 4-2 victory. Then Union Berlin at home, we scraped that 1-0. Galatasaray at home, a nice 3-0 win in that one. So we're picking up some wins in the Champions League now, which is great. Leverkusen away, we scraped another 1-0 win. Not very convincing. I'm getting a lot of messages back at the moment about, okay, we got the victory, but we weren't great. It's very rare that we're playing a game. There are one or two, but it's rare we're playing a game at the moment where I'm not getting that message. And I very rarely get a game saying, oh, we absolutely smashed them today. You were all amazing. Massive pat on the back. Take it in. None of that's happening at the moment, really. And then the last game was a home game against Wolfsburg, and we did win that 2-0, and Marcus Leonardo back on the score sheet again. I don't know whether it's Marcus Leonardo's form that has affected the rest of the team. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, he was back on the score sheet in that one. Nice 2-0 win. The Bundesliga at the moment sees us really cementing our place in the Bundesliga as that second best team in the league. Unfortunately, Bayern Munich are way ahead of all of the teams in the Bundesliga. When you look at all the stats, you occasionally get these bar charts come up for amount spent, wages spent, and they are 3 times better than every team in this league. And believe me, it's going to be a very, very tough season, and it's going to be a tough job trying to overhaul Bayern Munich. They lent us the top spot for a couple of games earlier on, but since then they're just taking it back. So you can have it for a couple of games, but then we want it back because we are champions, and that's where we're meant to be. I keep thinking, that we can overhaul them and we can be a better team than them. It's not happening at the moment. Finance is looking very rosy, 42 million in the bank, no transfer budget. I've had to juggle that into wage budget because we were overspending. I think once Friedrich goes, because he's on decent sized money, once he goes in the January transfer window, then it will give us a little bit back. But it's about 42 grand a week. It's not amazing. Rocco Reitz isn't on an awful lot. He's only a young kid. But finance is not looking too bad. And also, I was telling you about a younger Brazilian that I was after. It's just been offered up to me again. My scouts have now saying, come on, you need to sign this lad. He's actually a wonder kid. And 18 million, we really need to sign him. Unfortunately, I did my best with the board. I begged and pleaded. I got on my knees and bowed and scraped to the chairman. But no go, he wouldn't let me have him. So unfortunately, at the moment, we can't have the Brazilian striker, which is a great shame. I did say to him, forward thinking and all of that kind of malarkey. No, not interested at all. So unfortunately, we didn't get him. Okay, well, on to today's football, and it's going to be a Champions League game against Monaco. So we'll see you very shortly in the dugout, and it is at home, so I'm hoping for another 3 points. Can we do it against Monaco? We had a draw against Napoli, so I'm not quite sure how... I've sorted the dynamics out a little bit since then, and we do seem to be improving slightly. I'll see you in the dugout. Let's see how we can do against Monaco. Well, welcome to the dugout. Let's get stuck straight into the team news. So it's Simon in goal, back four of Rom, Pavlovic, Perez and Fresneda, Esposito as the DLP. More news about him shortly. We've got Lokongo as the box-to-box today. Yankov and Collado are the 2 wingers. Glock, shadow striker with Leonardo up front. And let's hope now he's ended his barren spell. Let's hope he can start scoring on a regular basis. Today would be a very, very nice time for him to do that. And we do get highlights straight from the kick-off. So Leonardo gets us underway. We've got Perez now bringing the ball out. Fresneda down the wing to Collado. Playing the ball out about nicely here. Ball over onto that side from Yankov. Leonardo hits the crossbar. We do win the ball back. Obviously that wasn't a highlight. So we have a lot of the momentum in this game at the moment. Momentum. But we do lose the ball there. Monaco don't seem very keen on pushing forward. So they have played the ball back. Reset themselves, and now they are pushing forward on this right hand side. And a nice ball. Yeah, he won the ball then, but actually didn't win it. We've won the ball again, but then we didn't win it again. So back with Monaco again. Ball over the top, and that's a great save by Simon. I was just going to say that's the first goal, but a nice take by Simon. So Perez again. with the free kick. What's he going to do with this? Everything's looking very, very tight there, isn't it? Collado, what can he do? And he takes the shot with his right foot. It's in the back of the net and it's 1-0. And Collado there normally bends them with his left foot, but this time it was a powerful shot at the near post, right-footed. We're 1-0 ahead. Nice take this from Collado as well. The ball bobbled a little bit there for him, but he got it under control, hits it with his right foot, and we're 1-0 ahead. So we are going to give them, we're all looking very glum-faced at the moment. We're going to give them a bit of praise, and that has cheered about 3 of them up. Okay, so we have to keep it nice and tight now. So yeah, what I was saying about Esposito. So with all the, well, it's not a lot of dressing room disharmony, but I'm trying to keep it to a minimum and trying to wipe it out altogether if I can. Esposito was one of the players who was a bit unhappy, wanted a new contract. Leonardo is forward here, great tackle there at the back. Esposito was one of those, he wanted a new contract. So, and again, Collado not getting a chance here. 2-0. And again, Collado, his second goal of the game. Yes, Esposito came to me, wanted a new contract, he's on 46 grand. To cut a long story short, he ended up on 115 grand, I think, on his contract. But importantly for the story, he in his contract, after 5 international appearances, he had none to that point. 5 international appearances, he jumps to 136 grand. Tried to tweak that to 10, but no, he wouldn't have that. So after 5 international appearances, he gets 136 grand. Lo and behold, we go back to the emails. Esposito, new 4-year deal on 115. The very next email, he's got his first international cap for Italy. What a surprise! Oh my word. Does this game wind me up sometimes? Oh, Glock there. Should have put that in for 3-0. Yeah, I mean, it just... Some of the silliness in this game is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, dressing room. Let's stop whinging and moaning. I'm happy the way things are going, lads. Keep it up. Start the second half. We've been much, much the better team in this game. We have an XG of 1.37. Twice as much as at Monaco. So Lukongo there, Oscar with the ball. Oscar, it's Glock, isn't it? But the ball is won there. Can we actually, Leonardo there's chasing across, and he does actually do a nice job there. Pinches the ball, Glock, he needs to slide that across now. And of course he does, and we're actually 3-0 in the lead now. And Lukongo got forward there in his box-to-box roll. And some nice support in there. Leonardo made that goal. He actually busted a gut there to try and get across and win that ball back, which he did. Lukongo gets in the penalty area. It's in the back of the net. We're winning 3-0, and everything is right with the world. I think it's probably about time to make some substitutions. Not before, though, we see this free kick. And Perez now with a header. We're 4-0 ahead in the Champions League against Monaco. What a delivery and what a header. I think we will watch that one again. Collado, left-footed. Lovely ball. There didn't seem an awful lot of pace on that, but it beat the keeper. Very, very nice. 60 minutes on the clock. Made all my substitutions now. We're 4-0 ahead. So even if it does disrupt the team a little bit, in fact, I just need to move Esposito a little bit around there. So the changes are Goncalves has come on the left wing, got a very nasty injury 5 weeks ago. He was my great hope for a really good season on that left wing. Brilliant player, and he got injured, out for 5 weeks. He's just coming back off injury now, so he gets a little bit of a run out for half an hour or so. We've got Krob, I think his name is. Krob comes on in midfield to partner Lukongo. We have Bayer has come on, right wing back. Nadja has come on, left wing back. And I think it's Theo, not sure, at centre back has come on for Perez. So all 5 changes made. And we get back into the game. We're going to give the lads a nice pat on the back there. We're going to give them some praise. And most of them have got a happy, smiley face, which... there's nothing nicer, is than seeing all your players with a happy, green, smiley face. It's lovely jubbly. But Monaco doing very little in this game now to get back into it. There's a player called Stones there doing the throw-in. That's not John Stones, surely. We might have a look at that, actually. Esposito, Craw, ball forward to Leonardo. Leonardo, ball out onto this side, Bayer. And Bayer just gives the ball away, which is not great. I think he's just come on, Bayer, but he's not had a lot of football this season. We are showing a few signs of tiredness now, which is not surprising, really. Ball into the box, headed out by Nadjar. Stone's coming in now on that side, and the ball is fired over the top, and actually it's a corner. So the corner is going to come in now for Monaco. About 5-6 minutes of the game left, and this should be a nice 3 points and another 2.4 million. You know how I love the 2.4 millions in the Champions League. And yes, 31-year-old John Stones is playing for Monaco. How weird. But even John Stones can't stop us scoring 4 goals and getting 3 points on the board. So Esposito now, we're just playing the game out. There is 3 minutes of time added on, but we're very, very nearly there. Ball into Congo, lovely ball over the top. Leonardo takes it. I mean, did he take that with his right foot and put it in with his left? That was an absolutely sublime goal. That was just check. Oh, we check of having a VAR check. It is awarded. Are we going to get to see that again? So does he take that with his right foot and then put it in with his left? Ball over the top. Yep, yes he does. So takes it with his right foot, sticks it in with his left. 5-0. Goal for Marcus Leonardo, and that is brilliant. And that is a very, very nice win, and very important as well. And I'm going to say that's as comprehensive as it gets. I always struggle with that word. I suppose you've noticed that before. Anyway, so we've all played 3 games now. We're in second place with 7 points. But believe me, we won't stay there. Because in the 8 games that we have to play, we have Liverpool and Manchester City. So it doesn't get more difficult than that, does it? Although City have played 3 games and have got 6 points. And Liverpool the same, 3 games with 6 points. Although we have only got 7. Okay, so Champions League, 3 games played, 2 wins and a draw. Not bad, I'll take that all day long. If this season we can get in that top 8 and avoid that knockout game, then I'll be as happy as Larry. And then we take our chances then in the knockout stages, don't we? Okay, back to the Bundesliga now, and we have a game against Augsburg. So we'll see you very shortly for that game. We'll see you in the dugout. Well, welcome to Augsburg for this really important, but I mean they're all important now between now and the end of the season. We need to put the pressure on Bayern Munich. One of these days we will overhaul them, and well, overhauling Bayern Munich means we will win the Bundesliga because nobody else is getting very near. So the team is Simon in goal, back four of Rom, Thiaw, Perez and Fresneda, Esposito, deep line playmaker, Krauber's coming as the box-to-box, Goncalves is coming in for a start today, even though he's not fully fit, but Goncalves and Tete again, another start on that right-hand side. Glock is a shadow striker with Leonardo up front. And we're underway. So something along the lines of the Monaco performance would be very, very nice today. You know, another 4 or 5 goals would be absolutely brilliant. Helps the goal difference. But we are 20 minutes in before we get the first highlight. Well taken there from Goncalves. Ball over the top. We do pick that up in the middle. Kraub, Esposito and Glock there to Fresneda. Lovely ball over the top to Tete. And that's a nice ball into Leonardo. And that was a really, really nicely worked move. Very crisp, very precise. I mean, that bears watching again. Glock there, lovely ball to Fresneda, lovely ball over the top, took out their left-hand side, Leonardo, no messing about, he's back on a run again of scoring goals, and Marcus Leonardo there is up and running in this game, and we're winning 1-0. We come back to another highlight. We seem to be realising that Tete is having a good game on that side, so we're feeding him all the time. But we have given the ball away, unfortunately. So, time for Augsburg. No, Perez has jumped in there. I do like to see that. A lot of endeavour, quick thinking. Nip in there, win the ball. Crowd, ball forward to Leonardo. Oh, I thought that was going to be number 2 then. That was a goal, had it written all over it then. But anyway, we get a corner. Rome with the corner. In-swinger to this near post. And the ball gets headed away. Krog, ball into the box. Oh, Goncalves there with an absolutely wild shot. I'm sure in a few games' time he will be hitting the back of the net with them because he is an absolutely terrific player. Rome again, outswinger this time. Keeper takes that one nice and easily. We don't seem to be delivering a very good corner at the moment. We're certainly not scoring from them, so I'm not sure whether that's the delivery or the movement in the box. But anyway, Augsburg now, and we do need to be a little bit careful. It is only 1-0. Ball there. It was won really nicely, and then we just sloppily gave the ball away again. So Augsburg here, I'm not liking the look of this, and that has just skimmed the top of the crossbar. So I think I'm going to give them a pat on the back just to see if I can wake them up a little bit. Got a little bit of a smiley face off 1 or 2. Running into half time. Get into the dressing room. Right, I'm going to say don't get complacent. Esposito looking stressed. Okay, well, you know what I think about players who go against my, team talks. Because if you don't like them, there's the door. But we are still winning 1-0. We have got the momentum in this second half. We're getting very, very tired. We're going to make some subs very, very shortly. Okay, 68 minutes on the clock. And, well, I was oblivious to what had happened there. But when I was showing you the team at the beginning of the game, this is happening a few times to me. I don't know if there's a bit of a glitch in the game. I'm not quite sure. But it keeps automatically switching my tactics. I do have a gegenpress as one of the tactics that we're training. But at the moment, I'm playing a vertical tiki-taka. And that seems to have been working for us with this formation. I didn't notice at the beginning of the game. It set us back to a 4-3-3 on a gegenpress. I'm not quite sure why that's happening. Anyway, so we're going to carry on the game with the vertical tiki-taka, which is what they should be playing in this formation. And the 4 changes that I've made are Reece Nelson's come on at left wing. We have Pabiga's come on at deep line playmaker. Bayer has come on at right wing back. And Collado has come on as the shadow striker. Let's get back into the game with the correct tactic this time. And 78 minutes on the clock. We get the first highlight since the substitutions. A looped ball there and that was awful by Reece Nelson. I have no idea what he thought he was doing there. I mean, that was a winnable ball. Ball over the top. He's actually beaten the offside trap. Puts the ball in the back of the net. And I think he did beat the offside trap. So it is 1-1, I think. I don't think that'll be disallowed. And it is awarded. So we're 1-1 now. We're going to have to go onto a very attacking mode now. Can we get the winner in this game? So Leonardo is coming out of the penalty area, which he quite often does. Rome on that side. Thiaw now with the ball. What can he do with it? He actually passes it back. So we're resetting here. We're trying to draw Augsburg out a little bit. Bayer with the ball forward. Tete, Collado, ball forward for Krab, and the Krab's got a winner. Is it a winner for us? 83 minutes on the clock, and that was a lovely little move. It actually looked very, very negative that. We actually played the ball back to the keeper, but it drew Augsburg out. And Tete there, lovely ball. Collado slid the ball through for Krob. Krob sticks the ball in the back of the net. It's 2-1. We're now going to drop down to a cautious mentality. And let's hope for the last 10 minutes we can hold on to that for a 2-1 win. And I think we do deserve this. Well, I deserve it after the game messed about with my tactic. And we do win the game 2-1. Very, very nice victory. But this is a perfect example of why I think things are not quite working as well as they should do at the moment. We didn't play as well as we can, but I'm happy with the result. I mean, I've had that virtually every game this season. There's been 1 or 2 where we've turned it on. Monaco, absolutely brilliant in that game. But come back into the Bundesliga, I'm getting that message. So something is still not quite right. and I'm not quite sure what it is. Maybe come January we get these troublemaking players out of here. If Pavlovic decides to go to Manchester City or Manchester United or whatever, and we've got a bit of money to spend, bring somebody else in, and we get a squad of players who are very happy with the way things are going and not causing a bit of disruption. And Bayern Munich's game has just this second finished, and they did win 3-2 away from home. So Bayern Munich still on that roll, still can't have a slip up from them. So let's have a quick look at the league. And there we have it. Bayern Munich still on top. 9 played, 8 won, 1 drawn, 25 points. Exactly the same figures that we've got. Both of our teams are winning all the games at the moment. There is a gap appearing now. FC Köln seem to have really, I don't know whether they've changed their manager, but they really do seem to have. No, they haven't changed their manager. They had a really dodgy season where they were down near the relegation area. But the last 2 seasons, they really seem to be turning it on. But even their form's not amazing. 3 wins and 2 draws in the last 5. And there is a little bit of a gap appearing now. It's 7 points now between. Well, we're actually joint top, aren't we? Although Bayern Munich have got a better goal difference than us. But that's fairly. Par for the course, isn't it? Okay, not a bad little episode there. I think, as you've seen, there are still 1 or 2 things not quite right. I mean, yes, we are winning games and we're doing quite nicely, but in Football Manager, you always have to look behind the scenes a little bit. You need to look out for these messages that are coming through from the media, from your assistant manager. When you've won a game and it says, we didn't play well today, although we got the result. All of these things kind of tell you that there's something in the background that's still not quite right. And, maybe this is why. Although, to be fair, I mean, I can't ask any more of them. If Bayern Munich keep winning their games all season and keep banging the goals in, then we'll end up second again, I'm guessing. We won't win the Bundesliga. We do need Bayern to slip up. I mean, the biggest slip up for them would be when we play them in the Bundesliga for the second game. But it is at their place, so I'm not holding too many hopes out for that one. Anyway, thanks for coming along today and watching. Hopefully you've stuck it along till the end, and that kind of thing does help the channel. The longer people view videos, the longer they are, the more they subscribe, the more they comment, the more they like. It does help the channel to grow, and the growth of the channel is, well, to put it mildly, painfully slow, and obviously I would like it to grow a bit quicker. And all that's left for me to say is, thanks for watching, thanks for coming along, thanks for your support, and I'm a bit of a happy bunny today. Let's hope that continues. We'll see you next time.